Good afternoon, this is Airpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this new week. Today is Tuesday, and this reading is for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. And it starts with Leo. Welcome, Leo. The first card is the magical Nordic tarot card. Out came the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is the tarot's thief card. It can symbolize anything from a co-worker stealing your ideas or taking credit for your work, to a needy friend or needy family member who constantly robs your energy and your time. So the card encourages you to trust your instincts when it comes to others, as there could be a snake around you. Shady behavior from bosses and co-workers can be expected, and a secret shared with a friend may be exposed as well. A meddling family member or an interfering busybody could test your patience, and a friend or a partner's honesty might be questioned as well. Next card is the Mythic Goddess Tarot card. Out came the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords encourages you to keep sharp. You could be very excited by a new project or a new person in your life and wish to get going on making things happen. And although there is a thrill in the air, this card sounds a bit like a note of caution. It is possible a certain someone around you has their own agenda. So see this as an exploration rather than the definite road to travel down. You may be prone to making errors along the way, but you can learn from your mistakes. Communicating your ideas is very much an aspect of this card. Now we come to the Dungeons and the Dragons card. It is based on the computer game with the same name. And the card that came out is the King of Wisdom, saying that you should fully accept this moment, allowing the complaints to dissolve, and that you should be kind to yourself. And the special message here is that a nobleman approaches you and says that an assassin has been sent to kill him and that he needs your help. The Path of Light Oracle card that came out is Inner Freedom, saying that if you wish to be truly free from destructive habits, you need not only to abstain from such conduct, but also to rewire your desires and train yourself to aim for the things that will propel you forwards rather than the things that hold you back. And the outer war, represented in the Bhagavad Gita, is an allegory for the inner battle that we each must wage on a daily basis against the lower parts of our own nature. Our lower self or ego, ahamkara in Sanskrit, has the propensity to seek pleasure, immediate gratification, comfort, and ease. It likes the easy road, which is what Jesus called the wide gate that most go by, but that leads to suffering. So this is the part of us that says things such as take the rest of the day off and relax, or let's have a few drinks and switch off, or do not worry about doing that today, start it tomorrow. These are but a few of the myriad rationalizations that a lower self comes up with to get its way. So each day we are faced with a choice, is the message. We can give in to our lower nature, take it easy, indulge our appetites, and ignore the vision and ideal that we have set for us. Or we can take the road less traveled, the narrow gate that Jesus said leads to life, whereby we develop temperance, restraint, and self-control, pursuing our visions and ideals single-heartedly. So the Gita does not teach that enjoying life and all its sensory pleasures is all bad. We should enjoy our beautiful world and all its amazing experiences, but we should do so while we ensure that we maintain our inner freedom. If we repeat something often enough, we are likely to become attached to or addicted to it. These repetitive actions create strong habits that bind our future selves. And when this happens, we are no longer free and we can no longer enjoy our life. So the first step in transcending our destructive habits is to abstain. We need to stop doing whatever it is that we are doing that is holding us back. We need to interrupt such patterns, and we should not think that such patterns can fill the void within. So many of us in the modern world feel that there is something missing in our lives, and most of us try to resolve this feeling by pursuing external things. The problem is that nothing of the senses will ever satisfy us for what we are really yearning for, whether we realize it or not, is the meaning and the purpose that comes from communion with the one and the self. So in the Upanishad is highlighted the importance of desire, saying you are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. And as your deed is, so is your destiny. Over time, therefore, we should focus on reducing our desire for all that harms us and holds us back, and increasing our desire for all that heals us and propels us forward. We should continually redirect our straying desires for pleasure, immediate gratification, comfort, and material objects to desire the ultimate experience, the ultimate high, which is the union with the One. At first, this process is very difficult as we have conditioned ourselves to want things that are not good for us. And when we begin spiritual practices, such as meditation, they can be challenging and frustrating. But as we continue to practice, we begin to get glimpses of peace, love, and joy piercing our consciousness. And we begin to feel some of the benefits of our new habits, and with this, the desire to do those things which begin to grow. In the Gita, we read in the beginning, spiritual practice seems like poison, but in the end, it tastes like nectar. Pleasure derived from the senses seems like nectar at first, but in the end is poison. So bit by bit, by abstaining from the old habits on the one hand and embedding new, more empowering ones on the other hand, we begin to rewire our brains and our desires. So with practice and dedication, finally the day arrives when our desires align with our visions and our ideals. We stop sabotaging ourselves, taking one step forward and two steps back, and begin to make true progress towards who we would like to be. At this stage, we are finally free. The goal is to start redirecting your straying desires and rewiring the habits that hold you back today. The Nature's Whispers card that came out is be true to your heart. In this moment, draw on the energies of harmony and union when making a choice. The current situation is best supported using intuition and not intellect. There may be difficult decisions to be made that are not necessarily about love. Consciously be aware of what interests you, what attracts your attention, what stirs your imagination, and creates passion in your life. Do your best to ignore the persuasion of what others might think or say. Trust yourself and do not allow your opinion to be swayed by others. And the last card is the Oracle of the Birds card, and out came the eagle. And the meaning of the card is that the Great Spirit reveals itself to you. Fly like the eagle, soaring high into the universe, circling and gliding on the wings of the golden light. A change of perspective is needed now. Soar into the infinite field of consciousness. In nature and in silence, you can communicate with God and the universe. Hand over your request and wait to see which messages and signs reveal themselves to you. Hear the call of the light within you and spread your wings to free yourself from earthly patterns and attachments. Liberated and carried by the lightness, you now can examine everything afresh from an all-encompassing and enlightened perspective. So, you are a son, you are a daughter of the light. The magic feathers of the eagle, they say to you, my feathers symbolize the rays of the sun. They are important symbols of the sun cultures of this world. Worn in the hair, they bestow the blessing and protection of the Great Spirit. During smudging rituals, my feathers, they are often used to disperse incense, smoke, and cleanse the aura with light. More meanings to the card are the eagle adorns many national coats of arms, royal houses, and buildings that carry much weight and hold positions of power. Attention to higher perspective, higher self, revival, increase in energy, to seek stillness and the places on high, to take the lead, to choose the stillness, space, and solitude of the mountains in the presence of the divine. Pay attention to promptings and divinely guided signs, and know that this bird is a royal bird. See this attention. I am in the light of the great love here. I entrust myself to divine guidance. This was your reading, Leo. I hope you liked it. Thanks for listening. Wishing you a great week. Sending my love out to you. Take care and goodbye.